the last annual year, or the annual financial year, we've confiscated more than 40,000 cell phones.
Sure.
Now, you're talking about criminality. Now, that's criminality within our prisons, but it also overflows to the community. For instance, let's take the Western Cape.
Okay.
You've got the gangs in the prisons. The gang leaders that's using cell phones and operates with still the outside world, but within the prison. And that's why I said that we must increase our rates. And yes, we are confiscating many more items because we are increasing our rates.
Yes.
Sometimes in Parliament they say, yes, but under your ministry, suddenly 40,000 cell phones.
Yeah.
I said, yes.
I found.
That's actually proof that we will start doing our job. Because the more you can expose these things and get hold of and preventing that, the better.
Darkness and light collided this week in South Africa as Pieter Groenewald, leader of the Freedom Front Plus, made headlines with a statement that shook the nation. Prisons must become prisons again. With just those words, Groenewald tapped into a deep debate about crime, punishment, and accountability in a country with one of the world's highest crime rates. His message was sharp, emotional, and unavoidable. For those unfamiliar, Pieter Groenewald is a veteran politician known for his law and order stance. He has long criticized what he calls the softening of South Africa's correctional system, plagued by overcrowding, corruption, and political interference. His latest comments follow shocking revelations about smuggling, organized crime, and failures to control contraband inside prisons. And in this video, which you'll see shortly, Groenewald doesn't just talk, he shows. He exposes what is happening inside South African prisons, holding up shocking evidence that cannot be denied. When you see the clip, you'll understand why his words have struck so hard. The number that jolted South Africans awake: 40,000 cell phones discovered in prisons. These devices are not for casual calls. They're weapons of power, used to orchestrate violent crimes, extortion, and even political intimidation from behind bars. 40,000 phones mean tens of thousands of lifelines to terror. They allow drug empires to thrive inside prison walls. They allow assassinations of witnesses, journalists, even politicians to be coordinated from a jail cell. Groenewald's clip makes clear this isn't speculation. It's happening right now. But the problem runs deeper than phones. South Africa's prisons are overcrowded, underfunded, and deeply corrupt. Guards sell weapons and phones to inmates. High-profile gang leaders run networks with more freedom behind bars than citizens have outside. Politicians promise reform, but scandals keep surfacing. This gap between rhetoric and reality has left the public disillusioned. Groenewald's call to make prisons prisons again landed like a thunderclap. His words are powerful, but when paired with the raw evidence he presents, they become impossible to dismiss. Critics say his comments oversimplify the issue. Without tackling corruption, stricter punishment won't work. Supporters argue the opposite, that only firm control will restore order. With one of the world's worst murder rates, they believe South Africa cannot afford delay. The timing is critical. Parliament has been told about vast criminal networks operating from inside correctional facilities, tied to gangs and politics. For ordinary citizens living in fear of carjackings, robberies, and murders, the idea that masterminds are orchestrating attacks from supposed secure prisons is enraging and terrifying. The footage we'll show confirms their worst fears. Prisons no longer mean justice. They mean business for crime lords. Public reaction is divided but intense. Social media erupted with anger, many praising Groenewald for finally telling the truth. Hashtags like #make prisons prisons again trended. Others accused him of stoking fear. But even critics admit, the current system is dangerous and unsustainable. At the center lies a question: what should prison be? A place of punishment, rehabilitation, or both? South Africa's constitution emphasizes dignity and rights, but in a country plagued by violent crime, patience for balance is running out. Did you expect this twist? that the real crime wave may not just be on the streets, but within the very walls designed to protect society. Families who have lost loved ones feel no justice when perpetrators continue operating freely from cells. Mothers cry over sons murdered by gang leaders who never really left the streets. Communities live under the shadow of fear. Groenewald's words and the evidence gave voice to this pain. If prisons can't guarantee security, trust in the justice system collapses. Judges may sentence criminals, but if those criminals still command armies from behind bars, sentencing is hollow. Police may risk their lives making arrests, but if suspects resume their networks inside cells, their sacrifice feels wasted. Politically, Groenewald's remarks mark a shift. With elections looming, law and order is becoming a decisive issue. Tired citizens may rally behind leaders who promise firm action. Whether his message is embraced or criticized, it has already changed the conversation. But there is danger in rhetoric. Harsh crackdowns risk human rights abuses. Many prisoners are awaiting trial and not convicted. Reform advocates warn South Africa must not swing from one extreme to another. The international community is watching. If prisons are seen as breeding grounds for crime, South Africa's democracy and economy will suffer. Investors fear instability. Still, for ordinary citizens, this is not abstract. It is about safety, trust, survival. That is why Groenewald's words and the video proof resonate so strongly. They go beyond politics into daily life. The government has promised reforms, but promises are not enough. Citizens want action. Contraband destroyed, corrupt officials punished, gangs dismantled. They want to know that when someone is sent to prison, society is safer. Anything less feels like betrayal. Do you believe justice has really been served when criminals can run empires from their cells? Or does true justice require a system that finally ends these networks once and for all? This story is more than a headline. It is a reflection of a nation at a crossroads, where the fight between order and chaos plays out not only in the streets, but in the very institutions meant to safeguard society. Every citizen is watching. Every family has a stake. Every community feels the weight of what comes next. And now, with Groenewald's video clip exposing the truth, excuses are running out. The evidence is in front of us. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. The call to make prisons prisons again is not just about cells and walls. It is about the soul of South Africa's democracy, the strength of its justice system, and the safety of its people. Whether this becomes a turning point or another forgotten promise depends on what leaders do in the days ahead. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, don't just scroll past. Like this video, share it widely, and most importantly, add your voice in the comments. Was Pieter Groenewald right to demand prisons become prisons again? Or is there a better path to justice? And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more real stories that reveal the struggles and hopes shaping our world today.